Yo, how's it going? Hey, so to the question I talked about earlier, medical. If you do self-employed, don't have insurance, or you just want to take a proactive approach to your health, next three things are going to be useful to you. Anyways, I've kind of operated outside of the system, so I have to find creative ways to do things, and sometimes that can be expensive, but I'm finding some new ways to do things. Anyways, let's hop into it. A couple months ago, my primary doctor says, well, we can get those scans, and then refers me over, and you know how this goes. $1,500 for each scan. That would have been $3,000 total. That's a lot of money for some scans. I was like, do I really need to get these scans? But I'm proactive and I want to know what's going on in my body. So I took and I started doing a little research, and I was able to find a thing called MD Save. MD Save is a website where you can go and you can find local hospitals in your area that will take a look at, or that have the pricing pre-put on the website. So all you have to do is scroll through, see the pricing, and if it's better, like in my case, I was able to get both scans I needed by going to this hospital that was in the MD Save network, and I was able to get it for $495 for both scans instead of $3,000 for the two. That was pretty crazy savings. So that, I think, is very useful to a lot of people, whether or not you want to get a scan on your own and maybe your insurance won't pay for it, or if you're self-employed or don't have insurance and you need an option to be able to check and see what's going on in a certain area of your body. They do scans, there's some medical procedures they offer on there, and you can see preset pricing. What you do is you go on there, you buy it, and then you have your primary care has to send a fax over to the hospital you're going to be going to just to order it up. All right, number 2, blood work. I really value being able to track my blood work over time, mainly because I want to optimize. So I've been doing this for about 3-4 years now, where I just tracking what's going on in my body, getting a full panel blood work once or twice a year. Originally, when I started doing it, there was a site called MD Labs, and I was grabbing them off of there. All you do is you order up the labs you want, then you go, they send you the papers, you go to LabCorp, and they pull out some blood. Then within 14 days you get your results back. More recently, I've switched over in the last couple of years, last 2 years, year and a half, to a company called Americ Health. Their system is just a little bit easier to understand. It's a little bit more athletic focused. So going through that company, it's just easier to pick out the blood panels. It's not as confusing on the website. Pricing's really good. And then also they do have some experts too. You can get linked up and talk with somebody from their team to understand the results, as compared to MD Labs didn't have that. That I'm aware of. I could be wrong. It's worth checking out both just to see which one works better for you. But anyways, that saves money. Why that's important? In my case, I'm doing it because I want to know what's going on in my body and I want to be able to track things. Other people's case, they might be like, your doctor may not want to order certain labs for you just because your insurance isn't going to pay for it. So going through a company like that, you can grab you purchase it online, get the papers, go over to the LabCorp, have them pull out the blood, get the results in a couple days. Like I said, if you go through Merrick, they'll even go through and sit down and talk over the results with you. It costs a little bit of money, but it just depends on how knowledgeable you are about what's going on in the blood test. Last one that could save a little money if you have insurance or don't have insurance, even if you do have insurance probably, as everybody knows this one for the most part, it's GoodRx, but it's worth checking out if you need to go buy some medications or you got something from the pharmacy. It's worth checking on the app to see if there's a better price for your pharmacy and where you're going to. Anyways, hope those things will help. One of these days I'm going to do a little deeper dive on what I'm doing with the blood work and stuff. The other two, I think, explain themselves. But blood work's really important to be able to track things down. And I think it's an important asset that gives you a lot of information about your health so you can track it and be proactive over time. All right, see you later.